So anyway, after a intensive Golden Tee tournament, that's how I ended up at the table with Gene Hackman. Rest in peace.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Wow.
Cool.
Ah,
All right.
Anyway,
Wow. Well, wait to
Friday,
start it
baby.
off, guy. What the heck?
Well.
Oh,
Anyway, what's up, everybody? Sorry for that culturally insensitive joke.
Yeah, you're canceled.
I'm canceled.
probably
Bye.
so.
We are ZZP Power Hour number 174. Today, we're talking about Cobalts.
Oh my
Cobalt.
Cobalts.
I'm
Cobalt.
So the reason I don't have any mud water on me because I'm gonna get triggered this
Mud water.
entire podcast because Tyler has made a point. He said he's gonna trigger me, so I'm like, I can't drink. I have to be ready.
Before we get to the triggering,
Oh my god.
we're going to talk about today's featured product.
What's that thing? What's that thing?
I got short arms.
Want
This.
me to hold it up? I'll hold it up. I'll hold it up real high.
Is our new ZZP M32 short shifter arm designed by Mr. Randy. I feel like it's a bit sacrilege to be not having a Cobalt part, but here we are.
Should have brought something else.
Just the
turntable.
turntable.
By the way, if I get one email saying, will this fit my F-35 or F-40, I'm going to take the part and throw it at you guys. Don't do that.
The answer is no.
Yes.
It is no. It definitely will not fit. But nice little piece. Moves the pivot point, adds some more weight, gives you some nice crispy shifts. And it's relatively affordable.
Yeah.
So go pick one of those up. Sonic guys who aren't listening today. So anyway.
Pretty much.
They probably have both.
Yeah, that's
Some
true.
of them do. Preston?
I've had both. Preston's got both.
He's got one of everything.
I have both.
You have both.
I
You don't have a Manuel.
I don't
though.
have a manual of those.
No Manuel.
We could fix that.
We could fix that.
He's like, fix what? It's not broken.
It's literally not broken. It's winter car.
So thanks everybody for joining. We got Dan North in here, Noah Hammock, not N Christ. Bill Kish, what's happening?
There we go.
You can't forget TJ.
And TJ, of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Is that one TJ, the A-cat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. All right. What
Well,
up, TJ?
What's
All
up,
right,
man?
so Cobalts 2025, still, I will say to this day, the best per dollar mod car that you can find, especially if you're looking, well, us. What do you?
I'm saying, how specific are we getting right now? Like, do I have to start inserting my fingers now, or should I just wait, give you a
Where are
few
you
minutes?
inserting fingers?
Yeah, don't be
brother?
putting no fingers anywhere.
Listen.
What's your argument? What's
Listen.
not that kind of
No
podcast.
argument yet. I'm going to say the LNF specifically is the
I
best.
said Cobalt.
You did.
Are we starting with what one to get first?
I mean, that's a good
Oh,
point. That's what I was asking. I was
easy.
asking.
Easy
Ooh,
answer.
that's- See, we got all sorts of expertise up here. We got Mr. LNF himself.
Yeah.
We got Ryan, who works on all this stuff.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
He's literally working on Tyler's car right now.
Yeah, we
Working on
work.
the blue
Yep, yep.
LSJ boy myself, and then Mr. Base Model.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It says SS on the side.
It sure
It says
does.
SS on the side.
Sorry.
The base flag.
2224 expertise.
Middle
There we go.
model guy.
Good
the
The
mid-grade.
SS
The
stands
builder
for super
model.
sad.
The builder model.
Super slow, yeah.
Super
I mean-
slow, there you go.
To a point, they are the most abundant. So,
Is that good?
well, it gives you more potential and cheaper replacement options for when you crack the block.
Hey, there's no replacement
At-
for
at- at
displacement,
100
baby. We got that 2.4 in
There you
there.
go. Big block, baby.
Big block.
Big Block Ecotech.
America.
But on Tyler's point, I think because I'm gonna bring a little bit of a different kind of view because I'm gonna kind of try to encourage my Cobalt friends and family to take your cars to the next level. But in general, we don't really get a lot of respect from like the JDM crowd or the muscle crowd and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
we actually
not at
get
all.
No, not
very
at all.
little. Like again, Snow Cars won. It's one of the only Ecotechs to win multiple WECFests at this point. And like I remember some CTSV guy being super salty. He's like, "Just Cobalt won," and the guy was like he was talking to the guy that was judged. He was like, "Yeah, man, that Cobalt has way more done than CTS, and it's so much better put together." He's like, "But it's a Cobalt." He's like, what does that mean?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
If
then
we're
he-
being
then-
elitist.
Yeah. So then he looked at it. It's like, oh wow, this thing actually has a massive amount done to it. Like, yeah, you didn't look at it at all, did you?
Yeah, there's not a
So-
single thing you haven't touched.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
no, nothing.
but that's the thing.
I mean,
Like, it's
carpet,
unfortunate.
dash, everything.
Like, yeah, it's unfortunate because the Cobalt is such a frankly, fantastic platform.
Oh, yeah.
To mod, to do like, there are very few comparable platforms. I remember one of the biggest things I would tell people. I was like, yeah, man, you know, the car's making like, back when it was making like 420, 450 stuff. They're like, yeah, what kind of PCM? It's like stock one. They're like, what? That's like the big, like other cars, you have to swap out so much just to do that. Like Honda cars, you gotta do K Pro, you gotta do like a bunch of
Honda,
yeah.
Which didn't they get like banned?
I don't know. I don't know the
sell
whole.
Honda's because it fully replaced or something like that.
There was something with it because or PFI got
PFI
sued.
Speed got in trouble with the EPA.
With the EPA, yep.
It's like somebody's asking about how far can a Ford Gen 2 2.4 go. You got to watch out for your block. You'll crack the block.
And
as far
Ford
as the block
internals
will
is a
go.
good idea, but you should get a Gen 3 block if you're building the 2.4.
Yeah, well, also you got to worry about crank stuff later on too, like you said, because they get weird crank flex stuff.
If you're revving super high or making a lot of power, yeah, but if you're in the 400 range, you'll be fine with Ford engine.
Which is realistically for me.
That's where you want to be.
That's where you want to be. 400 wheel in an Ecotech car is money.
Oh, 400 wheel in anything that's not a truck.
Yeah. Decently light car.
Really fun.
Yeah,
like
rips.
400's like usable, rips, beautiful.
What are you
talking about?
No, I'm just saying.
Where are you using your 600, Mr. 600?
Listen,
Mr. 700.
On his mile drive.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On my mile drive home.
Every
so
time he drives.
Okay, I'm
He does a 1-2 shift and he arrives at work.
Yeah, I'm going to 1-2 shift, my guy. Jeez.
Tires don't have traction the entire time.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'll just.
But yeah, I mean,
400 is not bad, guys. I'm just, you know me, I'm Mr. Excessive.
bad.
So.
We got my people in the comments here. Lots of people.
These cars started with how much horsepower stock?
Well, LNF 260 and then LSJ 205.
No, not crank, wheel.
Oh, 240 for LNF.
Okay, all right.
Oh, come on.
All right.
I know the numbers.
All right, all right.
120, 130.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking about Sonics here.
Oh,
It's Cobalts.
Speaking of Sonic, Andrew asked, has anyone found the limit on the 1.4 with forged internals?
Nope.
No. We made 700 or plus, and
700?
it was totally fine.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, it was 6 something.
Oh, yeah.
And
Plus
then
nitrous.
With night, well,
plus more boost on the track.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So it was a lot of power, and I will confidently say that I don't believe anyone else is going to get close to that.
No.
Because talk about unnecessary.
Yeah.
And that engine is still in the car and still runs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
Let's talk about
It hasn't ran in a
block
while
those
because it's
things.
winter, but
Yeah.
it still runs.
We love excess.
Yeah.
But so Molly and Cobalt. All right, I want to start off by I have to take a shot at my Cobalt friends here.
Okay.
Because I see it constantly and it drives me up a wall. SS people, do not, under any circumstance, if you buy the car, I don't care how much, I don't care about going fast. Buy the front lips. Please. 99% of you have them cracked or broken and they look like a base model.
It's totally gone. Yeah.
Like,
It
guys.
does not look good.
Yeah, like guys. Okay, and I say it, I exaggerate to be funny, but I do feel that these cars are old now. These are getting like an 05 LSJ is now 20 years
old.
20 years old.
The Ion Redline can legally buy beer in the United States.
Yeah. It is the 04 Redline can absolutely buy beer.
Well, 2026 is considered an antique.
Yeah.
If it's 26 years old, I think, or 25.
25.
25? Yeah.
So
it'll be an
that's
antique.
yeah.
You can get the historical
5 more
plate
years.
on a Cobalt.
We're all driving to work on our historical
Yep.
plates.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it's like $30-something for 10-year registration.
Yeah.
It's so much cheaper.
But you technically can only drive it to shows. Yeah.
We have a car show every
Shoot,
day here.
it's a
ZZP.
show every time somebody sees
that's
it.
that's
all right?
slow.
Oh my god. We're all gonna have historical plates in the
Oh
front.
no. But yeah, so like that is the thing. As these cars are old now, and they've been in various states of disrepair, and people not giving a crap about them.
and modding and unmodding and
Yes.
selling and like a lot of them have so many owners now. But
Yeah, they've been through 2-3 owners and
they're getting bad. Like unfortunately, guys, like we see it. Like see people selling some for $1,000, $2,000, and the paint's and it's all done. There's no front lip. There's like they're just in such poor condition.
And a front lip on eBay is $200.
Please,
Even if you spray paint it at home.
yeah,
Like,
I would rather.
I would rather you get it painted, but I understand that's a lot of money. So
Yeah.
paint it at home, put it on the car. Make it look
Yeah.
nice.
That's what I just want to start like, guys. Make sure
my car.
make sure that you have at least the front lip on it. You LNF and LSJ guys. They were premium cars in their heyday, and there's no reason that they can't still be premium.
That's
cars.
true. You're not wrong.
So now, Ryan, like, what do you? So obviously you're working on these cars a ton.
Yep.
What are you seeing as some of the major things that like someone should prepare for when they're doing with maintenance wise? Like
Maintenance. I mean, before you even start modding a Cobalt, these Cobalts are getting so old now. Before you start doing anything, unless you're getting into the engine right away, just do the timing.
Yeah.
Like these Cobalts are getting so old, they're over 100,000 miles, and anything over 100,000 miles, everybody knows they're known. If you don't do those guides, it's gonna break, and then you're down a whole engine or however bad it is.
It'll cost you a lot more to fix.
It'll cost you a lot more. So it's not that hard to do. I mean, we have some
really
videos
isn't.
on it, and it's pretty simple. I mean, you line up all the dots and all the arrows and everything, and that's the first thing I would do. Once you get your car, is just plan on doing the timing. You don't got to take the engine out. You don't got to take. I mean, there's a front cover that you take off, and everything comes off super easy.
The
The
cam
valve
cover,
cover.
and
Yep.
There you go.
Just do the timing right away, and then do whatever else. Everything else you do to it, then the engine, those engines are pretty dang solid. So
and we have a guy that we have not had any issues with.
Yeah, no, the upgraded guide is killer in
awesome.
terms of
Reliability.
longevity, reliability, noise. It's the quietest that I've ever heard an Ecotech be. But also, along that note, a lot of the failures in the timing chain system are from poor oil changes, and that tensioner is only fed by like
It's a super small
3/16 hole. Like it's really, really tiny. So you get some sludge in there, and then your tensioner doesn't have the oil pressure to keep the timing chain tight, and then that's when you start eating stuff up. So, obviously with any car, good oil change maintenance is key. But maybe look into some nicer oils. Don't get your cheap, AutoZone crap.
I mean, Mobile One
Walmart,
is cheap.
they'll do it for $20.
I mean, you can get Mobile One for what, $25 for the jug. That's all you need on the Ecotech.
25 or $30, and if you're just getting the car, maybe change the oil a little bit quicker. The first couple times until you
Flush that old stuff out. Whoever was the previous owner.
Yeah.
Get it cleaned out. What about control arm bushings? How many Cobalts do you see with blown out control arm?
Everyone.
So-
Every single one.
Every one.
I swear.
Guys, this is something I'm glad you brought that up. So for you guys that don't know about this, there is a control arm, ball joint specific issue that's come up with all these cars.
Oh yeah.
So for a very long time, it's not a very good way of getting the right size control ball joint on the car. So when you go to any AutoZone, any advanced auto stuff, what they did was they never gave you a 19.5 or 20.5.
They just split the difference.
Split the difference at 19.9 to 19.8.
Yep.
And so what that does on the LSJ side is it whoops out the hole.
Yeah,
And
because it's too small and it
can
jiggle all around.
It's just gonna wear it away.
Yep.
And then on the LNF side, it's the opposite.
It's gonna crack.
It's just gonna crack because it's freaking going over there. So the auto parts store has actually done a lot of harm to this, and now again we're working on fixing it. That's why we have the LNF knuckles, and we're gonna have LSJ ones. And
And we have the right control arms.
we have
too.
the right control arms.
So if you need control arms, get them from us because they'll be the right size.
Yes.
And Ryan brings that up because so often people will get the correct size, the 25s on an LNF, whether it be an HHR or a Cobalt, and they go to put it in, and they're like, it
don't fit.
Yeah.
The knuckles damaged.
The knuckles cracked.
Yeah.
And then up until recently, you couldn't find LNF knuckles, so that was another problem on itself. So, ball joints, control arms. I mean,
Huge.
literally, if you've never done control arm bushings on your Cobalt or Ion or HHR, do them.
Yep,
Like,
you need them for sure.
It,
If you have a vibration when you're braking or any looseness in the steering, it's probably control arm bushings.
Yeah.
yeah.
On top of like the maintenance side, this isn't like a super maintenance item, but we've had a lot of cars come in lately, whether it be I know it's a Cobalt episode, but Cobalt, HHR, anything, again, along the lines of they're getting older, the shift cables.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
Something not a lot of people
Changing-
think about.
You have your hand on it when you're driving the whole time, if you have a manual, obviously. You have your hand on that shifter the whole time. And like that, we have a bunch of cars that come in and they're just gummy, like the shift cables.
They wear out over time, so you don't really notice it until you
Yep.
get a new set, and you're like, "Holy
And
crap!
it
I've been
feels like a
driving my
brand
car
new-
like this."
Yeah.
Brand new car.
It
Yeah.
blows your mind.
Yep.
You're like, never knew it could shift this good.
Yeah,
And
everything's
they're,
tight
what,
again.
It feels
And
like you have a
fluid.
brand new transmission.
And
fluid.
fluid.
Oh yeah, people
Like,
never
red-
change
red-
their transmission fluid.
Guys,
you
Yep.
should.
if you should, I would almost recommend doing it at the beginning of every season. Like, granted, if you're daily car, obviously it's not, but every summer
It's
season,
not a bad idea.
I do
Yeah.
it. I have it like, hey, let's go. I want to get a new Red around MT90 in it.
Like,
get in there.
what's $30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's not expensive.
And
And it's
it-
easy
it's
to
worth
do.
it.
Yeah,
Makes
and
it
also
shift
it
so
just
nice.
it makes it shift nice. And have new cables. Oh my god.
Yep. It feels like a brand new car. Like
Yeah.
It does.
you're shifting. I mean, 20 million times when you're driving the car. I
If
couldn't tell you
not
the
more,
exact
yeah.
time. All
Looks
right?
like we need more base model parts.
Yeah.
All the base model guys are coming out.
They want to know. Daniel Arnold asks, what about the ZZP LDK crate motor and LNF car? What about it? It's great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Put it in there.
Yeah, put it in there. Yeah, Daniel. I mean, I'm not being a smart ass or anything. Excuse me. I'm not being a smart aleck. It's good. You
Yeah.
put it in there like it's.
And especially if you want to make power, just go with our forged one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Rods and pistons and a Gen 3 block, and you're good for.
like 500.
And they're built in house now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All our engines are built in house, so
Yep.
Yeah, we've got 2 new engine machines. It's pretty incredible that we took, or it's not incredible that we took this long to get them, but obviously they were expensive. But being able to actually rely on the guys here that we trust
Yeah.
to
Yep.
machine the engines and build them, like,
Shout out Chris Boltman. He does
Yep.
a good job
Yep.
with all the technical stuff.
Chris, the Bolt
I
Master.
can't imagine
Yep.
how stressful it was to like schedule an engine build.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Before we had-
well, yeah,
you
because
just had to wait forever.
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, you can bring your car in, and then it'll be at the machine shop for a month or
Yeah.
more.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky, and then it comes back and it's not
Gotta go
right,
back.
and
Yeah.
it's got to go back. Yeah, like
Yeah.
so that's key. But with Cobalts in general, and on the topic of best per dollar mod car, they're really great at all aspects of like what you could want to do
Essentially.
with a car.
Yep.
The downfall being drag racing.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say.
Or street cred.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
that- no, that's right. So
That's true.
I will say the Cobalt for a bang for buck race car, like on like a road course or autocross,
They are
they
so
are
good. It doesn't even make sense.
insanely good.
So
It
good.
doesn't make sense.
Insanely good.
They handle so well.
Somebody brought it up in there. The Cobalt held the Nürburgring front-wheel drive record for what, a decade?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
yeah,
not much
Well, that-
competition
that's
in the
pretty
front
cool.
wheel drive game. Until
Yeah.
Honda came out with the Type R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even still, then I don't know. I think Type R did beat, but there was another car that was like a Civic.
Renault Clio.
Yeah,
Cars we don't get here.
Something.
Yeah, something we don't get here. But again, people get mad that it beat the R34 GTR. I mean, it did. It did.
It
So,
did.
I mean, it had the same power and it's lighter. So.
With
Yeah,
a
so-
friggin' beam in the back.
Yeah,
Yep.
with a torsion beam.
You don't need rear
But-
suspension.
Yeah, so,
you don't need a beam back there.
Beam.
So maintenance is a huge part about it, and I say it all the time. We talk about these cars, but I feel just like you guys take pride in the car. There is nothing wrong. Is it your first mod car? Yeah, probably or something, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Yeah.
I get it all the time. Like, people that really know cars and appreciate it will come to me at either when I'm driving the car and say, man, you played Need for Speed 1, you maxed out the first car you got, man. I'm like, yeah, I kind of did. I did everything I could do to it. And then-
Just hitting the up button.
yeah, just go doing all the mods, doing everything you can do to it. But in that point, like, I get a lot of people saying, man, I hate cars, but I love this one. Like, that's a huge comment to me. But I'm like, it shouldn't have to be. You should be like, oh yeah, it's a Cobalt. We love seeing these things because people do them right.
Well, it's not hard to do, especially from the little things. Like we always talk about it. Throw out your trash, like when
Yeah.
you get somewhere. Take care of it.
Clean it.
You clean it. Washing your car is probably one of the cheapest modding parts of like being a car enthusiast. Like you can go to AutoZone and get some decent car wash stuff for $30-$40.
It's so nice to do, and then you see the sludge just riding off the car and the wheels.
Oh, I know.
It's so nice.
It kills me right now for the blue car to be so dirty. But
Oh yeah.
it's getting a little warmer.
It's
50
winter.
degrees
Yeah, it's
today.
hard to keep it clean
Yeah.
in the winter. There's
Yeah.
always salt everywhere.
Always salt, and going through the Scratch-O-Matic is never the best.
And
Well,
that's
I'm going
why-
to the touchless
and that's
one.
why I
$7
hate
down
driving
at the
so far in
corner.
That's pretty good.
winter.
Yeah, I go to the touchless
Hey, but you
one
got that
once a
premium
week.
paint protection on there.
Yeah,
all
called
right?
wrap.
Right.
Dude, that makes such a difference,
It
though.
does.
Like,
Yeah.
I never washed my car before when it was wrapped, but now I'm washing it like every
Yeah.
week because I don't want it to rust.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
But even if it's a base model, like there's you know, because it's a base model, it gets a bad rap. But Adam's got a base model. I've got a base model. Like, or well, no.
Hey,
Oh.
hey,
Oh.
Should have never
you are
sold.
you are
no.
not you
Can
are
we still
not
get it
a
back?
base
Can we
guy.
still get it
Oh.
back?
I asked Preston about it.
Do not get
I
it
said
back.
if your dad ever
I'll
wants
give you
to
50
sell
bucks.
it,
Oh,
I want it back.
Sad day.
But like,
Well,
yeah, you know, it shows. You know, whether you're making it go fast or you're just trying to have a nice car, you can do that. And you know, we all started somewhere, so if it might be a little paint in the wrong places. You know, you're painting your trim, you're painting whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I didn't do that.
Get a little crazy with the accent
you
colors.
never did that.
yeah.
I do. I never took apart.
Well, you like bought your cars new and like financed them, and you were like kind of an adult. We were like kids.
Yeah, that's true.
fair.
I never did that either. I can.
Yeah, I definitely
I-
spray painted stuff.
no, I
filmed that
never
spray
painted.
painted.
I never spray painted. No.
Yeah, like because like when I saw people like because the common thing back in my Cobalt day, back in like in 05. Like people would say, "Oh yeah, you take off your dash trim, you paint that the color." I'm like, no, that's too much of that one color in that
Dude,
spot. No,
Half my build thread on CobaltSS.net was my different color dash trims.
Oh,
With what color code he used?
Because I
Oh.
did it like 7 times.
yeah. So the only the dash trim I did was like the ones that go straight across and
Yeah.
around like that one you did, but
That
the
one I
one
did.
like the one
The
like
bezel?
around the
the
bezel,
radio?
No.
around the radio.
No, the Grand Prix dudes love to do that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that bezel is like this long because
So
it's
big.
got the vents and everything in it, and it doesn't look good.
I just
But-
I can't.
Painted plastic parts usually don't look.
No, they really
Well,
don't.
Yeah,
Well,
I
so-
learned really quick that plastic and me and painting does not mix.
No.
Well,
at
and
all.
I get why people do it. And they
Well,
say,
yeah,
you know,
it's-
like, basically when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you're bored at home.
And it's $7
and it's $7 for a can of
spray
paint.
Yep.
And you're like,
Just
I
to
want to
change
do something
something
to
up.
change up my car a little
It's
bit.
mine now
And then,
when I paint
yeah,
it.
yeah, and then you reach under in this little rally to try to push back the little plastic piece. You're like, wait a second, this could be blue like my car.
Well, and then another thing
They
is
got
you
blue
paint
seats
it.
and blue door panels. Might as well.
You paint it and you clip it back on, but you broke half the clips.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep.
And then the car is just rattly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a skill you learn over time too. Is how to
Yeah.
take stuff apart without
Yeah,
breaking it.
Yeah.
Cobalt's a good car to learn that on.
You learn that when
It
you're
is. It's a
older.
lot of
Anything
plastic.
older though.
Because, I mean,
But-
you got main dash piece, you got center, 2 sides, 2 bottoms. I mean, it's really like 7 pieces.
Yeah,
The whole
it's a
dash
lot.
is like
It's
7
many.
plastic pieces.
and a million screws.
And a lot of screws.
Yeah,
But-
so
Is
so
that
yeah,
right,
like so that
19
this is
O'Brien, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that this is part of a modding a Cobalt. You know, you get it, and sometimes I say, okay, let's I got a scenario for all of us. What we do? So all right, I'm gonna start down there, Adam. You get
What's he
you
getting?
what?
Well, I said, what's he getting?
All right, so you are handed a keys to a 110,000 mile
Ooh.
2208 2408 Sport. What?
That's
you-
basically like the car that I have. It's totally stock, or it was when I
Yeah.
got it. So I have like a clean slate. I'm like starting
But-
over almost.
eBay intake, a bunch of painted interior pieces, a bunch of mismatched colors,
Seems like
and it been disc repair. What do? How would you mod this Cobalt in the beginning?
Oh gosh, well, it's all the stuff we talked about just now. It's like you gotta fix it first, right? It sounds like it's in not a great state if it's got all those parts on it. So
Yeah.
I would probably go through the maintenance, make sure the suspension and steering are up to snuff.
Yeah.
And then go straight for power mods, probably.
Straight for power mods.
Yeah.
All right, so since we're on it now, since you opened the door,
You got the big block. You
oh
got the
my
big block.
God.
Yeah.
What would you like? So, what kind of power mods do you think? Like, how would you build out a 2.4? Because give some people some ideas. Like, how would Adam go through the ZZP catalog and build a 2.4
You do have to be careful, but I would definitely go for a turbo kit.
right away,
Yeah,
off the block?
for sure.
Oh my God! All right. Okay. Well,
Just make sure you have a good tune. Make sure you have your supporting mods like fuel pump, injectors, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can easily make mid 300s on a 2.4, a totally stock engine.
You ballsy. You ballsy.
The fuel pump's a big one that a lot of people don't realize is the base model fuel pump was lesser than
Yeah,
the LSJ.
yeah, they're not all created equal.
So you can't. I mean, like a LSJ or an LNF stock pump, great
They'll
pumps.
go for a moment.
So, and I believe you can drop an LSJ pump into.
The 2.2.
if you could find one, but at this point
Yeah.
they're all so high miles, I don't even know if you can get an OEM one anymore.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
$210. Rock
Sheesh.
out.
Well, I bought that fuel lab one
Rock
for
out
like
is the
120 or
best, man.
130 or whatever. So there's definitely some better stuff out there that you can get.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a turbo guy, so that's
Yeah.
what I would go for.
Yeah, you
but
just-
What
if
turbo?
you,
What turbo?
oh man, if you want to go like budget and go like an entry level kit, I know it doesn't fit on a 2.4 technically, but go something like that. But I would go for the full frame like 257 or 252.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Blow it up first.
I'm gonna say
and
he
then
says
build
like
it.
literally we're just gonna blow it up right away. All
He
right.
ain't worried about timing,
Yeah,
bud. He's
no.
just gonna blow her up right away. Didn't even
boom.
start.
2025 Cobalt mods, blow it up. Step one. Then start from
Ejecto
there.
Rado, cuz.
Have a little fun for a couple of days.
All right.
and then-
All right, so
My
Adam
brother's
Silver-
car lasted like 2 years on that 3076
Yeah.
with a stock engine. And
All
we
right.
ran a 747 in the 8th.
I
All
don't
right.
know what that translates to real drag time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Like
Adam,
a low 11.
No, it is fast. I never
Yeah, I know.
understand 8th mile times.
so, all right, so Adam, your car's blown up. You're out of the running.
All right,
right.
Tyler's turn.
Tyler.
You can't drive it for the whole summer.
Can't even drive for
All
all
right.
summer. You got it for less than a week, and you already blew it up. Fantastic. All right,
Yep.
Tyler, you are handed a fresh 20K mile Rally Yellow with G85 package 06 LSJ.
Just spent like 15 grand on that thing.
No, I said he's handed it.
Well, yeah, but that's a rare.
That's a rare find.
Yeah. So, how does Tyler mod a car in 2025?
Does he still have his blue car?
No,
Oh,
he has no other cars.
see, that's gonna make
No. Say you and Eric have the Encore. That's it. This is
Oh.
you have an Encore, and then somehow you have your SL2 Saturn right now.
I never had an SL2.
Oh, whatever the
alright?
heck,
I had an
SC2,
SC2 and an SW2.
SC,
Fort
whatever that Saturn was.
coupe-
Letters
in the
and
wagon.
numbers, it
Are
doesn't
you just saying
matter.
that so he can't blow it up?
Yes.
Well, it's hard to blow up an LSJ, so there's that.
There's
There's been a couple people that have done it.
Yeah. All right, so Tyler, how would you mod this car beginning to end? What would you do?
I honestly think that if it was my only mod car, I would go for
You had a baby,
C54
though.
entry level kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do your
Full cooling mods.
Okay.
So like you can start out with the cooling mods on the blower
Mhm.
while you save up for the turbo kit.
Yeah.
And then all that stuff is gonna just benefit you later. And the entry level is, 257 kit is great, but
It's a lot more work.
It's a lot more work. There's some
A lot more
drawbacks
money.
with it. You've got the MAF and the charge tube, which
Yep.
has its own negatives.
Yep.
It's just getting farther and farther away from stock. So I think because it retains the supercharger coolant system, because it's really just a manifold and a turbo and two pipes.
Yeah.
Like it's
Very
easy to
simple.
install. The hardest part is dropping the oil pan, but keep it on like 20 pounds
Yeah.
Oh, light boost. Okay.
and 93.
LSJ is cheat codes.
LSJ's cheat codes.
The entry level kit is cheat codes.
It really is.
It's level kid has definitely
Yeah.
makes the game different. So
It's hard to beat for the dollars, for the
sure.
the install like time and ease, and you
And
can make
funability.
Yeah, you can make mid 300.
If that's a word.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to go balls to the wall to have, like you were saying, like a mid 300 to 400 horsepower car.
It's
front-wheel
so
drive
fun
is so much fun
and
you
usable.
don't have to blow it up.
Yeah,
And you don't.
you don't have to blow it up.
Keyword have to. And it wants to. But it's so like
and the drivability is good.
You don't have the lag of a bigger turbo.
Yeah,
You don't. It's instant power all the way to power band.
Yeah.
Like
it'll rip the tires loose in second. Like,
Yeah.
or all the way to red line, I guess.
yeah, and you can still rev it out. And
Man.
that's one of the keys to the LSJ is the
Man, what's crazy is like I love this because like I never said a budget, I never said any of this, so you guys are making good calls. But
Yeah.
Tyler, you're done for the summer because your F-35 just decided to say bye bye.
Half and half.
So,
Well, yeah, the
So that-
35
so-
is the downfall.
so now you have 1, 2, 4.
No, you never lose third.
Oh, you did. You lose third and fifth. Cause that's
I thought it was second and fifth.
yeah.
when
I
you
thought it
torque
was-
spike
Yeah,
your
more
LNF.
than you
You
said.
I
Yeah.
lost second and fifth.
I lost gear. I lost 1 to 2 synchro, And that was it. But I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Well,
this-
you know
this
what
one's
the
just it,
problem
bro.
is? In any LSJ, second gear is just party gear.
Yeah,
It's
bang
so everybody's
bang that thing.
any F-35, you're chucking that thing into second and you're
And letting
ripping
it
it.
Yeah, that's not.
Third gear's like, all right, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fun, but second
Like
gear,
the 3-4 is usually, you know, you can no lift it, but
Yep.
it's pretty good. Second,
It's always
definitely
party gear.
Yeah.
it's always party gear. That's why it just see you later, bud.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
But there's the F40.
That's how.
come up with
No
that?
one said it. I'm like, I'm trying
Well,
to.
after I blew up my F35,
You wouldn't just go out the rip and get an F40? What do you mean? Yes, you. Oh my god.
how many miles did it have?
What?
How many miles did my car have? My yellow car that you just gave me?
Oh, yeah, got you, got you.
15,000?
Yeah,
Like-
320,000.
Yeah, so it's brand new.
That's
It's brand
brand
new.
new, baby.
It'll last a while.
Yeah, through like 2 gear pools.
It's all right.
Yeah, man.
It's on gas. It's not making.
Yeah,
that
you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
making that much.
All right,
fine.
Ryan. Your car.
Oh.
I will be. Go ahead.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt.
no, go,
but
go.
like
Right,
Ryan was
said
saying,
it.
currently blue cars in the bay. We're making
Yeah.
some updates
Ooh.
to our F40 kit.
Fancy update.
There it is, boys. Y'all heard it here
Oh
first.
no!
Yeah, no, you're not. You're fine. My emails just blew up though. Like, all of a sudden, my emails.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my.
And we got brand new 0-mile F40s. We're making some improvements to the kit. Hopefully that'll be out soon.
I gotta get my parts ready.
Super pumped for that.
Oh yeah, that's
Super pumped for a F40 in my car.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't need it
You-
at all.
No, it does.
No excuse. You're just talking about entry level, weren't you?
Yeah.
Ah,
All right, Ryan. Here you go. You, sir. You get the cream of the crop.
cream of the crop.
You
All right,
get-
what is it?
You get an LNF.
You getting a 2009.
Oh, I want.
Hot one.
Oh, we got a porous block. Oh no!
Ryan is so disrespecting me in every way. Anyway, you're getting a
Give me that LSJ.
No,
Give me
you're
that yellow one. Yeah,
no, you're getting a 2009 sedan.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
All
see,
right.
you didn't even let me finish.
All right, what color?
Found a
though?
gallon
getting
of
a white
water in
one.
your oil.
All right. I'm good with white.
You're getting a white. You better
Ooh.
be.
All
So
right,
you're getting a white
That's a good
09
He's
sedan
like 300,000
with
miles.
yeah. No, I was gonna give you a right 30K.
Oh,
Woo!
she ain't even broke
That's
in yet.
10K for that thing.
Ooh.
Correct. That's definitely 10K for that car.
Noah Hammock, honestly,
Go with an F40.
F40 Noah.
all day,
Noah.
every day.
They're cheap.
100%.
They're cheaper, right? You can get them at a junkyard. You can't.
Pretty much.
You
Okay.
can't find an F4 or F35 at a
So,
junkyard.
Well,
guys,
I think they're smoother.
well, yeah.
Just the
100%.
trans itself
Yeah,
is
They're just
like
more available.
yeah.
Yep.
So, very quick F35 with F40. So this is I would say probably one of the biggest Achilles heels of the platform.
Oh,
of
absolutely,
the
yeah.
platform. So the transmission, the F35 were never intended to make more than stock power. Like a 382 LNF F35 is rated for 260 torque. Guess what it makes stock? 260 torque.
Yeah.
That's what it's rated for. So guys, the F35 gearing wise is a fantastic trans.
Oh yeah, gear
Gearing
ratios.
wise, it's huge. Like the 382 matches perfectly with the LNF, the 405 matches perfectly with the LSJ,
Yep.
etc. However, the design, the shaft design is what makes it weak.
Uh-huh.
That is what will break. That is what will hurt the car. And anytime you try to push any sort of power in the car, that's what your issues you're going to have with it.
and you know it's shafts and then the case design too. B3 Designs.
Yes.
Jason Proto used to make an actual case brace for the F35 because you could upgrade the gears and do all that, like put a 445 in it.
Yeah.
Or,
Mhm.
even Quaife made a 6-speed conversion, which is
Very
freaking
rare.
dope.
We've
That's
worked on
sweet.
3 of them.
Yeah.
It's great.
I've never even seen one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
we,
seen one either.
we have no. It's been here since you've been here. It's an Ion because I forget his name, but he has an Ion with a quite 6-speed version.
yeah. But yeah, so you know you can bulletproof all that, but then the case flexes
Yes.
and it breaks.
Hmm.
So like you were saying,
Yeah.
going to an F40 is
Yeah.
so much
F40.
better.
So I was I was the first customer to have an F40 fucking. Let's see,
Oh,
Yeah.
Where's the jar?
Yeah,
Where's the jar?
The jar
All
is
right,
there.
would be rich.
But it's been like over 10 years, like well over 10 years, and I have never driven a nicer transmission. Like, did I like my 382? I love my 382. It broke on the dyno when Matt was like dynoing it in third gear after the pool was done. It broke after the pool. So, but the F40, it's serviceable. Like with like you've got to take it
Yeah,
apart more.
you can split it apart rather than like the F35 isn't as easy to get apart and get the individual gears off of there.
Yeah.
Like, cause second and I don't know, is anybody even serviced the F-35?
Not anymore.
No.
B3 like he said did,
Used
but
to.
they're a lot harder to work on.
Yeah.
For sure compared to an F-23 or an F-40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
so,
End Crisis saying, can you swap from an F-23 to an F-40? Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Cobalts are all the same, so the mounts all line up and
Yep.
everything. If you buy the kit, it should work.
The F-23. So I get a few customers calling.
Don't you just have to add a intermediate shaft or no?
We have to take
Yeah,
one.
you do, but it would.
The
Our
F-40
kit,
can't
our
have
kit
that?
includes
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So with the F-23, so I just want to go out because it's commonplace now, like again, modding a Cobalt in this to get rid of the Achilles heel. People say F-23 is stronger. Technically, slightly, but the reason people go to F-23 is because they're cheap and easy to find.
Yeah.
That is not, they're not, you cannot hold the same as the F-40. It's just cheaper to do.
And
than
they-
an F-40.
Well, yeah, compared to an F-40, but I would argue that it is stronger than an F-35. So the
Barely.
F-35 is a 2-shaft design,
Yep.
and then the F-40 and the F-23 are both 3-shafts. So that
Yes.
helps with the torque distribution and the
Yep.
case flexing, like
Yes.
Tyler was talking about. So you don't have that issue on the 23 or the 40,
Yeah. It's just the 23 still, the gear sets and those are still weaker than the F-40.
and you don't have an LSD in an
Yes.
F-23. No F-23s
Yeah.
came with an LSD, so that's a huge downfall. For
Yeah.
the 23.
And the only aftermarket LSD is
it's $1,100.
Holy God.
I have one.
Yeah.
and you end up with an axle that is this long.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
another downfall of 23.
Yeah, so guys, so
Axle
when you have that too, what is nice about the LNF and LSJ is too, they have the symmetrical axles on
Mhm.
both sides versus the 2.2 and 2.4 cars on that 23. You have one axle this one and one axle that's about
So they're so long.
Which leads to some torque steer.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing.
At least it's always predictable because it will
It
always
is
go to the right.
predictable.
I
It is
mean-
predictable.
There is that, but
I missed that.
But yeah, so I especially because just the drivability, the smoothness, the availability to make and can keep making power, the F40 just wins. Is it more
Yeah,
expensive?
you can just
Yes, but it is
keep going.
it is an investment that you will have for the
And even the OEM clutch holds
So
a
good.
ton of power.
Yep.
ton of power.
Ton
It
of
is-
power.
Can't be
Like
quiet.
a factory LNF clutch can hold factory power,
Yeah,
like on the F35. So you're already taking the trans out, doing the clutch. Like I'm not saying ditch your perfectly good F35 day one,
yeah,
but
I
if
am.
you really want to take your car to the next level, whatever that might be, autocross, autocross, the F35 does have the gear ratio.
it has a slightly
benefit.
better. However, depending on whether you get the Saab or the Regal, that can mitigate it somewhat.
Yeah.
The Saab is a little better for
And
autocross stuff.
and that's one point to the F23 is that
They have a
also
ton
came
of gears.
in a ton of gear ratios.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
you
have
can
a
get
ton.
A 370 or a 363 all the way up to a 441,
Yeah.
which is a big spread.
Yeah.
that's like completely different cars at that point.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
one came in an SUV and one came in a small car. So that makes sense.
Well,
So Ryan, I didn't forget about you. So you now have this white sedan LNF.
what you doing?
That's all stock.
All stock.
All stock. And again, you can do whatever you want to it. What do you
He
do?
hot boyed out one and he gave Ryan the nice one.
All stock.
I slowly got progressively better.
Well, I mean, all base models are whopped. Like,
Yeah.
they all
You
got
know
at
what? You know
least
what the
200,000
first thing I'm
miles
doing
on them.
is just because personal
Except for Brett.
experience.
Yeah,
I've
what-
had
Mine's
just a
less
really
than
bad
100,
day
but-
with this. We're on transmission talks. Just did an F40
My man.
right away. That's the first before power, before anything.
Yeah.
I've had some.
That's the first mod.
Well, me and Tyler,
we've had
me and
customers.
Tyler had this Ion, all right, and Bo, and
Bo,
it
you
went
guys all blew
through,
up.
and we all ragged on her pretty good. And
Well,
she
to
that
be fair, the car had 225,000 miles when I bought it, and
at
it was stock.
240 when I had it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
From 225 to 240, it was at 22 to 25 pounds on a Z54 all day, every day.
Bo never turned it down. You never turned down. And I never turned it down.
You guys-
That
That
control
poor
only
Ion.
works in one direction.
She
That poor Ion, y'all treated her
Did that even have
like a
head stuff in it?
prostitute.
no head stuff. I don't think it had head
No,
stuff
No,
in
it
it.
did
That
not
was
have sense.
It had cams by the point you had it, but no head stuff.
yeah. So I just do. We had some transmission issues on that car. I think Bo put one in. I think
I didn't touch it.
Bo might
I
have
did
put,
have to put a clutch in.
Bo might have put two in. I put a clutch in it and then blew up the trans and then sold it. I was done.
Well, it is interesting.
Can't
You
touch
said
the
do an
cruise control,
F40,
sell it.
by
Yeah,
the way, because
exactly.
we actually had a customer that did that. They
Yeah.
came with mostly stock cars, just had
Yep.
a Bolt-on LNF. They came in and did F40s. I just want to do this right away.
Yeah.
And they have. I don't think they did their Bolt. They never came back. Like he's still driving his car and just going to town.
Well, then it's fun. Like if
Yeah.
you do, let's say you take this low mile, all right, and you throw a big turbo on it, or you throw power at it and you throw it on E and you do cams and everything, and that trans second gear since you're partying, second gear says see you later, bud.
Yeah.
And then all these mods, then you're sitting on this car for the whole winter, the whole
Yep.
summer,
Yep.
when all your friends are out there having fun, because they got F40s.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have
Just
F40s.
do it right away, and then you can do whatever you want to it.
And realistically,
And
like,
she'll take it.
yeah, the swap kit costs money and the transmission costs money, but you can get a brand new 0-mile F40 for $1,000.
And then eBay for like around
like, and we've got them on our site too. Or you can find a used. I saw a used one posted today for $300
Oh my God.
out of a Regal.
It's fine.
$300.
It's fine.
And you can, like Ryan said, you can take it apart. You can service it.
And we sell LSDs for them too.
Yeah.
So you can get an LSD one. It just does everything you need.
Yeah.
You know the
it's so
good part
perfect.
about the F40s, though? We're talking about serviceability. When do we got to service them?
Exactly.
When
We're
you put the
talking about-
LSD in there.
We're talking,
Yeah.
yeah, that's only, I mean, we're talking about servicing these F40s, but
We
your cars, that trans has been in there for who knows how long.
yeah.
And like all these F40s that we put in the cars, when if
never-
we
they never
ever
issues.
actually had to service them?
Yeah.
Even though we could, but
yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
we haven't had
So
to.
I want to
So-
grab Ponce BMW says a Cobalt SS or a Sonic a better base to start from.
Ooh.
So
We're talking about
I
Cobalt.
think I'm very biased, but I'm going to give the unbiased opinion this time, but we can go around too. It really depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I was
Um,
gonna say that too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because they are two very different cars. If your idea is for power and to make power
Yeah.
and to do it
And
very
to do
cheaply,
a discipline,
yeah,
like roll racing or
yeah, the
autocross
Cobalt
or something,
is
you
going
want
to win
you want a
hands down
Cobalt
versus
for
the
sure.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a little bit nicer of a daily driver, something you can mod on and beat on and like not break the speed limit all the
Better
time,
gas mileage.
better gas mileage and stuff.
Way
it's
better gas mileage.
Yeah.
Just a nicer car.
Just
Yeah.
an overall
Yep.
nicer finish. The Sonic is better for that. You
Yep.
know, the Sonic RS, like Tim
Oh,
Sonic RS is a very nice car.
the interior is worlds
Yeah.
better
Worlds
than a
better.
Cobalt. Like
Yeah.
every
It's
time
still
you get
super affordable.
Yeah.
very.
especially
Well, you
since
got
it's
your
2025.
Bluetooth too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
all
I
your
mean-
daily driver.
Yeah, creature
amenities.
comforts, heated
Yeah,
seats,
yeah.
A
that type of
nice
stuff.
radio.
Yeah.
Depending on if you got an auto, you got remote start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I think they're both good, but it also just depends on what you do. Like, I'd even argue, I'd say, like, hey, I want to do autocross only stuff. I would say a Sonic is better. Like, in most cases, like, if you're saying, I
That's
only
a-
want to do an autocross car,
yeah.
a Z04 or, I said Z04 already, we talk about it every
Just start with the big turbos.
Yeah, either a Z04 or a V3 with basic bolt-ons
Yeah.
is going to be a crazy autocross car.
The Sonic handles very, very. I mean, and it's basically the same setup as a Cobalt.
Yeah.
It's got a beam in the back. It doesn't have camber adjustment in the front, which is kind of a downfall. But
Yep.
Get coilovers. And it would,
yeah, coilovers you can. At least you got the knuckle adjustment.
Yeah.
But
It's actually remarkably a lighter car, slightly, because Cobalts are light.
yeah,
The Sonic is like 27, the Cobalt's 29. Cobalt is a very light
And-
light car.
Sonics from the get, they have a better transmission.
Mm-hmm.
The M32 is really good transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot tighter ratios for
It's
sure.
Yeah.
it's got some downfalls, but you can find it in a bunch of different ratios. You can change the ratios
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the gears. Like obviously, a lot of people won't do that, but
Yeah.
affordable LSDs, a lot of different mods, short shifters.
Short circuit
Yeah,
stuff.
get your short shifters.
Yeah.
They seem to be able to hold up a decent amount of power too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
but you're not really breaking
The
the
iron
engines, so-
block is
Yeah, iron
key,
block.
And the
dude.
iron
That
block.
thing
Yep.
is so strong.
Yeah.
It's
So-
insane. Like you were saying,
It's
700
nuts.
on the stock
Now,
lot. LE5 was
On the other hand,
shivering.
again, it's literally what you're looking for, though. So personally, if it were me, I would choose a Cobalt every day because I feel like it's a little more of a balanced vehicle. Because if a 5.0 Mustang wants to pull up on a snow car, it's gonna have a real goddamn
Oh,
bad
yeah.
day.
yeah.
Versus a kind of full out Sonic, you probably not gonna have that much of an issue with. Like,
a Z04 is a very, very, very fun zip around town car,
yeah,
but you're not gonna embarrass people with it.
yeah,
A 257, Cobalt,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
embarrassing.
That's a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
different
you are
ballgame.
gonna. It is rowdy. It is visceral.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is, you're just doing all this crazy stuff, trying to keep the car straight.
It's so good.
We all
It's-
can't wait to drive our Cobalts.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie.
This
I
whole
just-
podcast is brought to you by the fact that it was 50 degrees this week.
Yeah.
And we're all like,
And we're all-
give me a Cobalt!
itching to go.
like I'm literally running out of stuff to do, so I'm like finding stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I can take off my turbo and do a T51 R mod and then put it back
Yeah,
on.
you are
Hell
so
yeah.
far in.
Oh my
You're
God.
like, you just walk around the car and you're like,
Huh?
this
Got-
hasn't been touched
For
in a
those
while.
of you that don't know, because again, when I found my goal, so I like to make a goal when I build a car. Like my goal from the get go is to show people and be a representation of this community that hey, Cobalts can be cool and they should be respected.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I've always gone for with this car, and I feel
Yep.
like so far I've been doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, I'm going to at
Better than
this
us.
point in time, yeah, pretty much. So, at this point, yeah, I'm running out of stuff. This last year, you know what I did? I changed the carpet in the car. I had the carpet changed to red carpet because I'm like,
It's
what-
pretty cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I will never change it. But it's like, what else do I have left to do? And this year, I'm like, what else do I have left to do? Like, I'm trying to find a crazy looking oil pan. Like, it's.
Dude, you got a different headliner in there?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been had that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Dang it.
Alcantara
All right.
suede and
All right.
everything.
I think I remember that.
The-
one.
the-
Haven't
the-
seen it in so long. I was
Yeah,
driving the winter,
yeah,
you know?
it's a thing. Like,
Sebastian asks, can you make the F32? What's an
make
F32?
He probably means M32.
Oh, different bell housing pattern
Mm.
between the Ecotech and the Sonics. Because we thought about that. We
Yeah.
were like, oh, if we made an M32 swap kit for the Ecotech, but it's way off, and the
Yeah.
starter's on the wrong place, and
Yeah.
like, it's just
Yeah.
not gonna work.
So, slow says, how do I make my Cruze embarrass people? Well, so it's that's a scale. Depends on who you're trying to embarrass. It's a scale.
Embarrass yourself just by
Yeah,
driving.
so,
Put
so,
a big sticker on it.
so
Get a Cobalt.
yeah, I think the Cruze and the Cruze is a Delta 2 chassis
Yep.
platform vehicle. It is a capable car,
oh yeah.
but you are working with a cube
Yeah.
discrepancy right now. So
Mhm.
there's a amount of engine discrepancy.
And
You can mod the car to be very quick and very fun. Like I have my 1.4 Sonic that you guys know I'm always flooring that thing and racing everybody
yeah,
and getting
it's-
it's fun. It is a fun car, but to
What-
really make it embarrass people, like there's a level.
Mhm.
Like if you are
how
looking,
far do you want to take it?
yeah, like are
Yeah.
you looking to embarrass Mustangs? That's gonna be a challenge. They start off with literally like 400 more horsepower than you.
Yeah.
like
New
they-
Mustangs have almost 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it depends where too.
Where
alright?
is where?
'Cause, like
Yeah.
the
Autocross? Maybe
different
you
the
could do
biggest thing between like the Sonics and like a Cobalt is you get a Cobalt on the highway, that thing will rip.
yeah, that's it.
You get a Sonic on the highway, and she's got the power, but she doesn't have the displacement
Yeah.
and
Yes.
everything. Like 0 to 60 in a Z04 fully built
That's a good
modded
car.
Sonic, that thing will rip off the line.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll destroy a lot of cars
Yeah,
Yeah.
off the line. Stoplight,
Very good.
stoplight.
Yep.
But if you're we don't condone highway racing.
Yeah.
But if you get on some private street in the middle of Mexico,
Well done.
then and it's a long highway, then it might be better off to go.
You might have to worry about the Dodge Caravan or Chrysler Pacifica.
Yeah,
next to
you get something with a V8, it's gonna be hard to.
Yeah, and
Hard to
another
beat
point is a lot
top
of the
end wise.
Cruises
Cruises.
were auto.
Yes.
And
Yep.
on the 1.4s, man, that thing sucks. Power.
FYI, guys.
Sucks power.
A manual like Eco Cruze or Eco Sonic or sorry, not Eco Sonic, but like a manual Sonic will make usually like 120 to 130 on our dyno.
Yeah.
A automatic will make usually about 100.
Yeah.
If that, I want to give you that. That's,
And
the range
that's
of power.
stock.
That's stock.
And then it's
Pounds as you mod.
percentage from there. I
Yeah.
mean, we just had a Cruze in here that made 250 wheel on a
Z04.
Z04.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
which is the highest auto Cruze that we've ever dynoed.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. That same exact mod list on a manual car
Will make
would
300.
Make 300.
Yes.
Yep.
So and that just goes to show you, but so
We
yeah,
spent
so
too much time talking about Sonics and Cruises.
correct. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
These ain't
So-
Cobalts.
It's about Cobalts, all right?
So you would finish it off. You F4 the car. What did you do? Anything for power or anything like that?
For power?
Yeah.
Oh, what do we got?
We
LNF?
got bolt-on options.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's easy.
we
It's so
got-
400 or 500 easy on the LNF, baby
easy,
cakes.
baby.
We gotta do. We gotta do a bigger turbo.
You got to.
Put
So,
the 7163 on.
I'm slightly
You got
disappointed.
to have 40. You can,
Yeah.
you can do
I'm
it.
slightly disappointed with all you guys. There's some very small things I wish like I would have heard. Just small things like our base bushings. all your touch point stuff.
Oh, that's all included.
Yeah, like we're telling
We want to go fast, man.
that
We
when your
want
car
to
don't
go
run.
fast.
well, yeah, your car don't run, and your car doesn't run, and your car has no transmission anymore. So,
We want to go fast. That'll fix everything else.
but I like the your touch point stuff, like a short shift, and then like your base bush, like that huge on a Cobalt.
I mean, I would take what I did to the blue car. So LNF seats, new steering wheel, shifter, bushings, mounts, all that, and then go.
The key to doing all the good stuff in the LSJ is to put all LNF stuff in it. The grill, the seats, the radio, everything LNF in it makes it LSJ good. You heard it from Tyler himself.
And it has the superior engine.
And it's slower all the time.
All right. So you get.
You're doing me. Dang.
Oh, well, you can't give yourself one.
Give him
all right?
Sebastian's question.
Yeah, I like that.
Ryan, you get an auto LE5 Ion.
We can bring that
It's basically a Cobalt, so it counts. It's a Delta
What am I doing to it?
What? Yeah, what are you doing to it?
All right,
like
That's what
selling.
Sebastian wants to know.
All right, I got a plan. All
Ion
right.
3, the highest trim level you can have.
It's got a 2.4, so yeah,
that's true.
So I have an 07 Ion 3.
Yep.
Auto.
Yep.
What am I doing to it? All right, first thing I do, get on Marketplace. Find an LNF. Sell the auto. Get an LNF. Okay, is that my car?
Yeah, that's
okay.
your car.
All right. So actually, what's funny is that's the 2.4 Delta is the only Delta I haven't owned.
I know, same. I need one.
Yeah, I haven't 2.2.
Yeah.
2.0. Yeah. So I think for this car, I will go full DD spec on this car. Obviously, I can't do a lot of stuff that I want to do to it. So I came to our ZZP coder intake. Can I have a Cobalt? Can I have an Auto C4 Cobalt?
You buy our base model Supercharger kit. That's a
And then-
perfect day.
I don't
That's a
wanna boost
perfect
it. I
day.
don't want to boost it.
You don't want to boost
No,
it.
no, no.
It's
You
a
need
little bit
that-
more.
you need
Okay,
that
all right.
Supercharger.
No, okay, all right.
Sebastian,
so
buy the
it has to be
Supercharger
iron,
kit.
and I can't trade in for the
He's
same car
already
as the
supercharged.
Cobalt.
He's good.
Oh, okay.
So I would do something a little different than all my other because I've owned LSJ, I've owned LNF, obviously. I want to do an NA build on this car. So I would do our LE5 ported head. I would do that comes to our 82-pound valve smear retainers and do LE5 cams with it. I would make our ZZP Cobalt intake fit, this whatever. Then I'll probably do like a mid-length header downpipe with our catback on it. From there, I think I would do our iron redline coilovers.
Yep.
So I can drop it down. Since it's a 5 lug array because it's a 2.4 car,
Yep.
I would do the 12 1/4 brakes.
Ooh,
12 1/4 brakes.
Yep.
I would probably try to upgrade to LNF wheels. LNF wheels to lower it down, all that stuff, and it mostly has most of the stuff to make it look like like an iron red line, so it looks pretty good. ZZP, no, in fact, I would try to modify the shifter. No, it's auto car. Never mind.
It's an auto.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can swap to a Saturn
just need
or
my-
a
No, I'm good.
shifter.
You just need the 1.0 tune. I think it'll be shifting right.
Yeah, so I'd get a remote tune 1.0, cams, valve springs, full bolt-ons, and then lower it with wheels, tires, suspension, and that's it.
On a 2.4, that would probably be pretty fun.
That's what. So I would.
I've always been curious about
yeah.
building an NA.
Yeah.
And again for your car is the perfect one. That's what I would do with it. Like you do a full NA build just so you know what it does, and then I know we can maybe build out some more aggressive cams for it, something like that. So
Yeah.
a full NA build,
You could do.
and it's a lot, and it's
big
pretty
rubber
affordable.
intake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what's good about building the highest, like a fast NA build? You can always add boost later.
Yeah, once you boost it, that's just that much better. Right?
You
That's
can
what,
always
that's
add
what
boost
Richard Holdner
later,
says. Is
baby.
like, just add boost, it just makes it that much better.
But if I had this one, I was like, I'm not. I know what this car is for, and like I feel like I'm pretty good at looking at the big picture. Like, all right, am I gonna be beating anything? Even with a blower, I'm gonna make like 220 horsepower. Like, am I really gonna be beating a lot of stuff? Probably not that much stuff besides other ions or Cobalt stuff like that. So, but I don't need to do that. So I'll do a cool NA build and have fun with the car and just like go to meets and stuff like it's nothing special, but it's I love it and it's enjoy it. And that's I would get my personal enjoyment just from a cool aggressive NA car because I've always wanted to build one too.
It'd be a fun autocross car.
Yeah.
Especially with the coilovers and stuff.
Yeah. That is what I would do.
All right.
If I had.
I want to jump back to what I was going to say, though, because we're going to give you an 07 Sport Tint Coat Red LSJ.
Ooh, a Sport Tinko Red LSJ 07?
Yeah.
Okay.
No sunroof.
No.
Yeah. What are you keeping it on the blower or are you turboing it?
Ooh, for this one. Okay. All right. So give me interior color.
Oh boy.
Well, it's a 07, so it's black.
Oh, it's black one. Okay, all right. So
Yeah, you should know that. Come
yeah,
on.
you're right. All right, so 07 LSJ Sport Tint Core Red. First thing you do with this car, F40. That's
Okay,
that
yep,
F40.
baby.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we know
Same name, same transition.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would F40 this car. I think the next thing I would do, I'm not a big fan of it, but it would just be a fun car to do and keep clean. No, in fact, no.
That's what he said about his car.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, no, that's an absolutely waste of money. Okay, so I think I would come up to ZZPerformance, and I think the first thing with this super clean car, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go right to a stage 3 entry level kit for this car.
Oh, okay.
I would do entry level
57?
kit.
All right.
Yeah, with a fit 7 entry level stealth heat exchanger, dual pass, option B.
Mhm.
Get the car set up with cams and a ported head.
Ooh.
Do that F40, all that stuff. Get that clean.
And you have Tyler's car.
Yeah, essentially. So, but while it's off, I'm gonna get that valve cover, powder coater, because I will, for admitting, the LSJ has a very clean, very easy to do valve cover.
Yep.
And I hear ZZPerformance is finally making a coil cover for that thing.
Oh yeah.
I hear
Might
ZZPerformance.
be in the
What
works.
did you LSJ guys hear that? We're making a coil cover. So I do that, get that all cleaned up, polished up, looking real good. Put LNF wheels on it, put an LNF grill on it, put LNF seats in it.
All the LNF
put
stuff.
Put all LNF stuff in the car. I would keep the wheels silver because
Okay, yeah.
I feel that.
I like the polished wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
polished wheels are
silver
good.
on the red.
So I have those wheels, but then instantly I'm like, I'm like a stock LNF now. I got to do better. So then I do a ZZP 5x1 14.3 swap on the car with a 14.5 brakes and get some JDM TE37s in bronze on this thing.
All right.
Dump it
All
down.
right, all right.
Z57 on this thing. Cams, ported head, all the ZZP bolt-ons with the shifter bushings and all that stuff. Come get this Gap train. Oh,
Wheels so light,
yeah.
faster than you.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. I did forget a few more things. You got to tint that hoe. You got to tint that
Because
hoe.
you don't want anyone to see you driving.
Yeah. No. Not the. Yeah.
Not the
Oh,
LSJ.
Not,
Oh no.
So on this side, you got to do like the 50%. And then no. If I would do 35, 35s on the side.
50?
Yeah. No. 35s.
He's trying to
And
keep
then-
it legal.
Yeah, and then across the top, then you do like a real dark tint across the top,
Yep.
or just a ZZP banner.
Yeah.
So then after that, after I'm racing somebody, doing all this stuff, like throwing some gears. Nope. I have a turbo on the car.
Oh.
Remember, I'm going fast. I'm revving to 8K, and all of a sudden, because it's an LSJ, boom! Then all of a sudden it blows up because I'm beating the snot out of it. So then I do the almighty.
Didn't you put an F40 in it?
No, it's not the trans. It's the engine
Oh,
blow up.
okay.
'Cause-
Engine
Alright.
doesn't blow up.
Listen,
Listen,
I-
57?
Getting into some
I have a
fallacies here.
Tyler press the pluses. Like, hey, Ryan, you should stop pressing the pluses. No, Tyler, give me more pluses, more timing. I'm blowing this hoe up. And then from there, you put an LNF in it, and then from there, they
Okay.
put
Okay.
7 on it.
Hey,
And we're good.
Useless.
Save me 10 minutes.
the LNF though, there's no pluses with the boosties. You just turn a dial.
That's great. We're golden. We're golden.
Crank that thing up.
Talking about some LSDs here. Does a Team Green LSD actually work? Yes, it will definitely make a difference over not having one.
Yeah.
You should still be able to get the Quaif. I would contact them. They're in the UK, so it might be hard to get, but you should be able to still get it.
Quick LSD talk for Cobalt guys. Guys, LSDs, if you're going straight line stuff, they're not that important. This is going to be honest. They're not that important. Like, if it will make a minor difference on the street, very minor. But if you are doing road course stuff and turning fast, it was 100% makes a good difference. But you do not need an LSD for if you're going straight line stuff. It's almost irrelevant. Almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the inserts do work. So
Yeah.
for you F23 guys, that's a good option because it's a lot cheaper than the Quaif.
Mm-hmm.
And if you break it, you just go to the junkyard and get another one.
Get another one. Yeah, because F23 stuff. But,
Can the KO4 support LNF Stage 2 cams? Probably not a good idea.
It can, but so if if
turbos run out of the air at high RPM, you want cams to run to high RPM. Doesn't seem like a good combo.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a max effort KO4 build, you will want cams. Because
For sure. If that's your goal.
Yeah, they are benefiting. They will benefit from the cams. So we had like Noah did a full bolt on, E85, ported head, cans, and he's making like mid 300s, which is exactly what their cars make. Anyone that's saying that you make a 300 on without all that stuff, you're Donna Reed's happy. It is what it is. Speaking of which, too, in all seriousness, so if Matt Meekoff is listening, our LNF tuner, he and I get very heated discussions, you know. In all, like, so the LSJ and LNF, I talk our stuff, but they are very similar and they make good power. They both make good power, and they are both viable engines. And if you told me I had to modify LSJ, I'm not going to be upset about it. Yeah. Like, I love it. I talk crap. This is what I do. But I keep seeing people saying, "Oh, the LNF has fueling issues." What fueling issues? People keep saying, "Oh,
it's not 2010 anymore."
Engine far enough to have fuel.
That's exactly. We are not limited by fuel here.
Yeah,
that's not an issue.
It's 2025.
It's 2025, and Matt Meekoff made 700 wheel horsepower.
And
15 years
ago? on stock injectors, non-Opals, and a fifth injector. On 716.
It's not that hard.
Just Opals and a fuel cam, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, guys, like again, we give each other crap, and that's the LNF and LSJ rivalry is part of the fun of it, but people say, "Oh, you have fueling issues. You're going to run the fuel limitations." With what power? The power that these cars and people are making.
Nobody's making that.
Ever, right? Like, you got to be making 800-900 run out of fuel. Yeah, you ain't doing that.
And then if you're making that much power, you can figure something out.
Yeah, exactly. If you are, send us an email. We'll help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would love to help. That'd be great.
Yes. So people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna, well, LSJ can make 550, 500 without cans." At that power level, you have cams in the car. Both cars have cans in the car.
Yeah,
guys,
you have to.
You do the same thing with cars. You same thing with cars. They're fine. Quit trying to limit yourself saying LNFs have fueling issues. They don't.
Yeah,
we've been making power all dang.
It's cope for the LSJ guys.
Yeah. That was.
It is a coping mechanism.
Yeah,
Ethan. And LSD for curvy mountain roads? Absolutely.
100%.
It'll make a huge difference there.
100%.
If
yes.
Anything where the wheels aren't straight, it'll benefit.
Correct. That is where an LSD shines. And it's like it's a mindless thing for people that want to got an LSD, which is cool. I mean, I want the same thing, but just know you're not going to be like, "Oh yeah, my car gets way more traction and strength." Like, no, it doesn't. It's the exact same. Turning, totally different story.
Yeah. And like Connor said, LSJ guys with fueling issues. At the same time, the LSJ is really, really dumb. Like, it's that's part of the draw to it. It is that the PCM's stupid.
It's kind of
the engine's like it's very minimalistic in a way.
It's very visceral and raw.
But you start throwing in injectors that are 3 times the size of stock.
Oh yeah,
and
it gets mad.
You gotta start scaling stuff, and you gotta So it's not like, "Oh, yeah, you just throw bigger injectors in an LSJ." No, it's not
quite that easy. Yeah.
Well, and the way they make power, because they don't have the VVT.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally different.
The LSJ versus an LNF, you might have a little bit of a laggier power curve on an LSJ rather than like an LNF where you can change the timing on it.
Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. It's a VVT. The LNF is a VVT car, so typically you'll make more torque and have a little bit medium of a power band on the LNF. Power for power.
You might have better low end on an LNF with the same similar setup on an LSJ.
Exactly. But the LSJ make compensate because it revs higher.
Yep.
LNFs you stop around 7,400, 7,500. The stage 3 cams you can go a little bit higher, but like the LSJ can just go to 8K. That's what it does.
Really,
just go to 16K.
Yep. But and if you have an 06 LE5, it can also go to 16K.
Hey.
Good luck.
It really just depends where you want.
I'm doing it tomorrow, tonight.
Once.
What you're doing with the car. I mean, that's the biggest thing with like modding is what do you want to do with it? I mean, you were talking about that earlier, and like.
That's what other people do. Baby.
Yeah, if you want that low end and you're gonna do autocross or anything, and maybe you want a supercharged car like an LSJ or
like
to
a
get that
supercharged
quick
LSJ
response or
from stoplight to stoplight is way more fun
than
a turbo LSJ because
supercharger is a lot of fun.
It's a ton of fun. But if you want to go out and do rolls, then you're gonna put a big turbo on each.
But see, like you guys saw like our video where we all drove the Ion. Now I thought it was fun. We talk about how we modded. It'd be great. I want to take Jason's real quick. Lack of LSD makes torque steer wear what's on launch, right? No, your tires do. Your tires are way more important than any LSD. So these are not like rear posi diff, rear wheel drive cars, guys. Like,
how's a posi work?
Yeah, like these are your front wheels are. It's in a straight line. They're essentially doing the same thing. But people say, what about the one wheel peels?
If
it's not that big.
If you have a tire to hook, it's not going to make any difference.
Yes.
Like Matt's drag car when it ran 8s,
Yeah.
doesn't have an LSD.
Don't have an LSD.
The Sonic has an LSD, but
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't. I don't even.
I don't
know.
think Sonic does.
I don't think it does. I don't.
If
even
you have
remember.
slicks on a good surface,
Yeah.
it's less important.
Tires are not argument. Tires are way more important for traction, all that stuff. You, Jason, you have the longer axle on the side, so that's just going to be inherent with the setup. But again, it's more important to have a good tire. A good tire is going to do 100% more.
And cheaper.
And cheaper.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, there's a guy online, ZZPerformance. He's got a 1.8 Cruze on a fuel tech, and
the turbo one.
Yeah, it's turbo, cool. But he just went 1303 or 6 or 9 or something at 109 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of miles per hour for a 13.0.
Yeah.
If he had a proper tire on that car, that's a low 12.
Yeah, it's a little closer.
Easy.
For sure.
Easy.
Yep.
All day. So like, it just, again, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to go drag race, buy a slick.
Yeah.
Just get it out of the way.
Get a good tire.
Get some slicks. Don't F around with, triple 8Rs on the drag strip.
Please don't.
They
I feel
don't
like
work.
people don't like that answer though because your tires wear out and your LSD doesn't wear out. So they're like, oh, if I get the LSD, it lasts forever. But if I get these sticky tires, they only last one season. I got to buy another
Well,
set.
tires are more
That's
important.
true. That's true.
That
But
is true.
It's, the LSD,
they are
they're vastly
the
different.
biggest, even for handling too. If you get coilovers compare coilovers versus tires.
Tires win every time.
Tires, 100%.
Tires win
You
every
get
time.
200 treadwear tires, your car is on
And
rails.
on stock suspension.
Yeah. Oh God.
World's better.
Yeah.
Might have
It's
a
the
little
only
body
thing that
roll,
touches
but
the
she'll
road.
stick.
Yeah. You have like a sandwich level
Yeah,
of this
it's
on each
big.
corner.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Tires are
lucky.
huge.
So, real quick, before we head off, Sebastian, there's a dude with the orange car with 6-pound Genesis E85 with TVS. Like, holy hell. So, by the way, TVS guys, most TVS guys do not set those cars up right. Holy crap.
Oh, he's
Like-
talking about Mike Gomez. Yeah.
Okay. Is that car set up right?
Yeah.
Oh,
But the problem is, superchargers because you are driving it with the engine,
yeah.
they suck so much power.
Yeah,
Like
you're making
a-
600 crank and 450 wheel.
Exactly. You
Well,
can take,
heat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a 80-pound injector on a turbo setup about 100 horse more.
Yeah.
And so, his 160-pound injectors aren't the perfect solution. He doesn't need that big. But in terms of relatively cheap injectors, you're jumping basically from 80s to 160s.
Yeah.
So, he made
We
the
don't really
decision.
have a middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
don't.
mean, now
Right.
we do. We've got ID,
Well, you
which
get
makes
1050s, yeah.
1050s
Yeah,
or
that's it.
1300s, but 1050s are
$500
nearly $500.
It's pricey.
1300s are like $800.
Yeah.
So if you want to put money in your car and make it right, do IDs. But
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, it's a good car. Man, I wish TVS guys more guys. One last thing, modding a Cobalt blower guys, please get cams more often.
You need ported head. You need cams.
Yes.
You need big headers.
Yes.
You need
It's
a big intake.
Ported head didn't come up.
yeah,
I said it.
Well, with the
I said it with
turbo,
my
with the
early
turbo,
Ford.
I mean, it helps, but it's not
It's
as
not
helpful.
as
When you
beneficial.
have that
Yeah,
supercharger and staying in the efficiency range like Ryan
Cooling.
loves to talk about, it really matters.
Yeah.
Cooling mods, too, I mean.
I did. Yeah,
My bad.
A lot of cooling mods with your
Yeah.
supercharged cars too.
it's just
any cars. I mean,
Yeah.
on a blower car, it is so much harder to take it that last 10%.
Yeah.
Because a turbo, you can just cram boost down it.
Turn it up.
Yeah, you turn it, you're righty boosty, lefty loosey, righty boosty, and it'll take it. But on a blower build, it's cams, it's ported head, it's removing every single restriction, and a lot of people don't take those steps to do that. I mean, you end up with cars like Mike, where Mike Johnson,
Yeah,
who does
he's anal
everything
about it.
I mean, every part is touched and it's perfect and is make sure it's as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't want to take that time.
Yeah.
So that's not a Cobalt. That's a G5.
Oh.
They're different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we
So
didn't even
different.
talk about G5s.
But yeah, no, it's I really encourage, especially for modding a car in 285 guys, do cams, especially LSJ guys.
Yeah.
LSJ guys,
LSJ
blower
on,
guys.
on cams.
I see some people like, I'm just gonna slap a TVS on there. Then you make 270 horsepower. Then you're
Yeah.
wondering like, why am I making no more than the M62? Because you didn't set it up right.
Yeah.
And I see it so often. Set the cars up right, blower
Yep.
guys. You need
Yep.
cams and,
And if-
ported heads.
It's
And
a
if you
lot
don't-
more than just a small pulley.
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah.
And
A
if you
lot
don't,
more.
email us. We'll tell you
Oh,
what
yes.
it will take.
What do you need
Because
to do this?
I love nothing more than somebody emailing me and being like, "Hey, I just bought this car. What do I do?" this is my plans. I love laying out plans, and
Oh, me
and
too.
Yep.
most of the time nobody listens, but it's okay.
Yep.
If you need help, that's why we're here.
That's
Yeah.
really why we're here. Like I did have a little bit of a statistic. So I've had a few goblin guys come to me. We all know I dislike the goblins, but because they're ruining good cobalts and good ions.
Yeah.
But I've had five customers. My last 5 customers, I've had 2 LSJ and 3 LNF guys.
Okay.
The ones with the LSJs and LNFs that listen to say, hey man, what are your goals for this thing? What are you trying to do? Let's set up a budget. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And not just go for crazy max power.
Mhm.
The ones that listen to me still have them.
Yeah.
That's 2. All the 3 others, the 1 LNF and the 2 other LSJs, I'm sorry, the 2 LNFs and the other LSJ, they all sold them because, this thing's too scary, crazy and dangerous. I'm like, I know.
Dude, it's scary.
400
We won't get into
horsepower
this.
go-kart.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So my one LS customer did it. 7163, port ahead, cams, 85, all this stuff. 250. Oh no. He wanted a 257. I got one 7163, made mid 4, like 460. He's like, this thing is scary. I'm selling it. Get it away from me. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Dude,
like-
it's a go-kart with a blower.
Yeah.
Or with a
With a big turbo.
with a big turbo on it.
But
Yeah.
the
That's
one customer
sketchy.
that was like, I said,
Take a
hey
while
man,
to get used
I
to
was like,
that.
hey man,
Yeah.
keep it on the stock KO4, do a tune, you'll be happy. He's like, yep, this is just enough. Any faster, I'd be scared out of my mind.
It runs
Yep.
10s on a KO4.
Yep.
That's a fast car.
Yeah.
They're
That's a
so
fast
fast
car.
with a KO4. They don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
People
No,
don't think about that. They're like, I need 400 horsepower, but not when it weighs 2,000
No,
pounds.
you don't need
No,
that.
you need
2,000.
250,
Wait, like,
maybe.
What, 1,200?
Yeah, like
They're
it's.
dummy.
I mean, you don't. I'm not gonna lie. You don't feel safe in that thing. You go faster, you don't not feel safe.
No,
So,
no, it's a
I
death
don't.
trap.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's a death
Big
trap.
Guys.
death traps.
Anyway,
It is
It's fast
5:10.
Yep.
We got talking because
Oh,
we're all
yeah.
passionate
All
about
right.
that
we
stuff.
love Cobalts.
We love Cobalts.
Cobalts!
Got
Adam,
sidetracked a little bit, but
what are
that's
you
all
doing
right.
this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? Oh no.
Oh,
I'm going to buy some paint at Home Depot, I think.
Ooh.
Do some
Ooh.
House
fixing up on the
touch-ups?
house. Yeah. On
Oh my God. Oh
on my
God,
house.
Mike,
For my house.
stop
I gotta
it.
keep my wife happy.
Yeah. Better
Yeah,
choice.
uh-huh.
Mr. Vote.
I, thankfully, have no plans.
That's
Which
not
means-
weird.
That's nice.
Erica has
This
plans.
is his plan for the
Yeah.
weekend.
Drinking beers.
That's all right. That
Erica
sounds
has
like
plans.
a
You won't be
great
in the house for
weekend.
long.
Oh, I'm sure I won't.
Fix the sob.
It's coming along.
No, fix the sob.
Come on,
Fix
but-
myself.
Fix his sob.
You know, he sent me pictures of it, I swear, like 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
And every time I just see a picture of his garage,
'Cause
the
he's
sob's
just in
the
the garage
same spot.
drinking
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sob has not moved. All right.
Literally,
He sent me pictures of
his
himself.
toolbox, all this
Yeah.
stack of parts, his car,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Cheers."
The
Not gonna
sob
do
has
anything.
not changed.
Nope.
Sob. Whoa. Yeah, Ryan. Let's clean up the thing. Hey, shit, that was in the same spot the last week. What did you do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Ryan, what are you doing
Anywho's,
this weekend?
I'm
man?
going to go pick up a free snowmobile for my aunt.
Oh,
Even though all the snow is melted, but I got
It'll
a
come
free
back.
snowmobile
Yeah,
and aluminum Triton trailer if anybody wants it. It's been sitting outside for 20 years. It's rough, but it was free. All right,
Yeah, free is
and we'll
something.
fix her and we'll get her running.
Yeah. Ooh. So, yeah, then me, I kind of have plans. There's a nerdy Gundam movie in theaters this weekend. I found out about like earlier today, so I have to see it
All
tomorrow.
right. All right.
So yeah, that's about all I have plans for. Then clean up and little man's with me, but mama's with me too, and so they're hanging out and stuff. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out.
Cool.
Ryan catch this lease on Forza. What? What are you talking about? You talking about rolling up on something?
At least he's got a
What?
scat pack or something.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Scat pack on lease. All right, Tyler, you're the host.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining. We'll catch you in a month for number 175.
Oh.
Peace.